Hello, everyone. This is the Highlander Wrestling Show. I'm wearing my Triple H Skull King mask. My good friend Mike. That's all I can say. So, anyway, he gave me this. He got me this mask, and I'm here to talk about the Bret Hart Legacy DVD collection. I believe I got all the DVDs, and they're very, very good. They got a lot of stuff. My last one I got in, I didn't know there was a lot of stuff that I had no idea that was that much of he has done. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and remove my mask. That's WWE the Skull King Triple H. Very good detail for it to be a toy. Fits perfectly. Um. Anyway, let me get my glasses on here. All right, now. Okay. Now the first DVD I got of the Hart, the Hart family was of course this one. It's got a lot of good matches, highlight reels of his matches of from the like when he started like around 1978. He faced the Dynamite Kid for the Commonwealth Junior Heavyweight title. He's won the North American or the Stampede North American title, which I love the way that title looks, and the Stampede Commonwealth Junior title, and the Stampede uh, Commonwealth title. Bret Hart is one of the greatest in-ring technicians, in my opinion. His whole family is real good, but Bret and his younger brother Owen, who tragically died, were some of the greatest in-ring technicians there was out there. Besides, you had Greg Valentine, you had Chris Benoit, and so forth. But anyway, here's another good Hart uh, collection of DVD. The Heart and Soul. It's got a lot of good matches on it. It's got when Bret Hart teamed with his brothers Keith and Bruce Hart and went against the Kiwis, which the Kiwis was, and everybody would know who they are once they see them. Way before this, the Kiwis are what we know of today as the Bushwhackers, and before they hit WWF, they was called the Sheep Herders. But this was when they was their original in ring, what they was called the Kiwis. They actually had mullets. They had a head full of long, kind of longish hair, and they had the Dynamite Kid in their corner during this particular tag team match, and that was in May of 1979. Very good match. And, of course, Bret has had many good matches. I mean, the man can do anything in the ring. That's why I consider him to be one of the greatest in-ring technicians of all time. The excellence of execution, as Gorilla Monsoon would call him. And here's a very good one. I waited at Walmart to get this one, too. The Owen Hart Legacy. The Heart of Gold. It's got 3 discs in it, as you can see right there. It's full of great stuff. I mean, it's got him as the Blue Blazer. Took me a little bit longer as years went by that he was actually the Blue Blazer. That was back when he was before he became a full-fledged heel in the WWF. I learned that he was the Blue Blazer, which I thought was pretty cool because I thought his Blue Blazer look was pretty neat. Now, Owen was friends with Chris Benoit. He had a lot of, I think him and Chris, from what I've gathered, were tag team partners in Canadian Stampede Wrestling, which Owen Hart tragically died. He had an accident as he was being lowered into the ring. Everybody remembers or, heard. But yeah, Owen Hart, he was one of a kind, just like Bret Hart. Anyway, this is the one I got in yesterday. This one here has got a lot of stuff that I had no idea that he's actually done. I had the coolest thing I seen on here. One of the coolest things is that he actually showed up at the. Let me look up. It was at Georgia Championship Wrestling. Yeah, let's see if I can find the name of the year. He went up against Buzz Sawyer at Georgia Championship Wrestling in September of 1979. Had no idea he even went to Georgia Championship Wrestling for that match. It was for the Georgia Championship. It was at Georgia Championship Wrestling, September 1979. I know I just repeated myself. It was a decent match. I mean, it was unusual for it to be Bret Hart at Georgia Championship Wrestling, which is kind of feels funny to say that he was in there for that short period. But now that, like I said, the British Commonwealth Junior Heavyweight title match between Bret Hart and the Dynamite Kid was just a spectacular match. I mean, and yes, it was in 1978, and it was just a very good, great match. Of course, the Dynamite Kid and Bret Hart, that was just a killer match. So was his match against Lau Barker, I think it's how you say his name. That's when he won his first North American heavyweight championship against Leo. Is that how you say it? Lau? Is it Lau? Leo? Lou. Burke. 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 Lou Burke. Okay. Sorry, folks, I said his name wrong. Leo. Leo Burke. He won that uh, North American title from him at the Canadian Stampede Wrestling in 1983. That's the year I was born. That was a good match because that's when he first won his first, major title. Especially, I mean, he earned everything he got in his father's promotion and in WWF or WWE now. Um, it was a good match he had with the Dynamite Kid, and yeah, it was Dynamite Kid in the Capitol Center in December of 1985. That was a good match, very good match. And the Hart Foundation versus the Islanders, which I remember that one on. It was on. I think it was on one of the VHS tapes that they rented. My brothers and them rented for me, and my granddad and all them rented for me when I was little. It was in that was in like '87 when I saw that one because that was pretty much something new at the time. That's when I really thought the Hart Foundation had my. I mean, I was already a big fan of them by that time. That was a good match, and the one other match on here that I've always heard about but never got to see. It was in Milan, Italy. I think it's how you say the name. Milan, Italy, in April of 1989. I remember hearing about it, and it was the beginning of the disc when you first see the match when it was showing Bret Hart coming into the ring, and then it showed Andre the Giant stepping over the top rope. Of course, by that time he had done shrunk tremendously from back surgery and all that. And of course, he was in a lot of pain. Even then, you could tell it. But that was the beginning of it. The tape wasn't very good that they had recorded to put onto the disc. It was very poor at first, but when they cleared up, it looked a whole lot better. But it was pretty neat to see a WWF match in Italy and had a commentator doing English and Italian language. And but that was one of the matches that Bret Hart said he never understood why Andre wanted to wrestling, but he said he wanted to have one match with Bret Hart, which I think him and Bret Hart were, pretty close because he saw Bret when he was real young at the Canadian Stampede because Andre worked for his father, and of course, Bret and Owen's father, Stu Hart, was in cahoots with the McMahons, and that's how they got a lot of their Canadian wrestlers. And NWA didn't, I don't know, they didn't really use the good ones, in my opinion, in Canada. Besides, Chris Benoit and Lance Storm when he left ECW and went to WCW, which Lance Storm never really was one of my favorite Canadian wrestlers. But anyway, but that's it. Like I said, this DVD right here is worth every penny you pay for it. Because this right here is a treasure trove. It's what if you're a Bret the Hitman Hart fan like I am. And of course, in the 1989, he also went in the ring with Mr. Perfect, which was always a good match. Because come on, Mr. Perfect was a very great worker, in-ring technician like Bret. Wasn't quite as good as Bret, but he could hold his own with Bret the Hitman Hart. But yeah, I've always been a Bret the Hitman Hart fan. I got his Hasbro figure and a couple of his Jack Pacific figures. I'm still wanting to get a hold of a LJN figure of him. If anybody watches my videos and they don't want a whole lot for it and they got an extra one or whatever, I ain't really worried about how well of a shape. It ain't got to be in mint condition or nothing like that. And they don't mind selling it for a really good price for me. Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, Bret the Hitman Hart, that's, some of the collection I got. Because, I love Bret the Hitman Hart. Me and my wife both are big Bret the Hitman Hart fans. I was like 4 or 5 years old. And up to I was 6 years old, I thought Bret was just the man. He was just cool. He could do cool stuff in the ring. And I don't know how he's doing now since he's been diagnosed. I believe it was skin cancer that they diagnosed him with. I don't know how he's doing with that. I hadn't really seen or heard nothing. I need to try to look that up. But one day I'm going to try to get me a pair of Bret the Hitman Hart sunshades with his autograph on it. His actual autograph on it. That would be one of my prized possessions. It'll be in that safe I got on there that y'all can see on the screen. And but anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I would show some more Bret the Hitman Hart stuff, but I believe I got all the stuff I got as far as got him specifically on it. I got a few magazines, a bunch of his trading cards and stuff, but I don't want to have to go and get all that down and everything. But anyway, this video is already up to 13 minutes. So anyway, I hope everybody out there enjoys it. Make sure you watch out for my man Ultimo Gallows weekly shows. Always great stuff. And everybody stay safe out there. And I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment, hit the like button, share it if you want to. It don't matter to me, just as long as y'all can get me out there and more published and everything. It'd be greatly appreciated. So y'all take care and have a good one.